Have you ever wondered why video highlights are only available for videos with transcripts and limited to sites like YouTube and Vimeo? In the world of online video content, video highlights have become a highly sought-after feature. But as it stands, there are a handful of limitations that restrict their widespread use. Firstly, let's discuss the elephant in the room, the requirement for transcripts. Video highlights, as we know them, are essentially the best bits or the key moments of a video. And to identify these key moments, a transcript is typically required. This transcript serves as a roadmap, highlighting the critical points in the content. The algorithms then use this roadmap to create the highlights. But here lies the problem. Not all videos come with transcripts. This means that for the vast number of videos out there without transcripts, generating video highlights becomes a challenge. Now, let's turn our attention to another major limitation: the limited number of supported websites. As it stands, video highlights are predominantly available on platforms like YouTube and Vimeo. These platforms have the necessary infrastructure and technology to support this feature. However, the same cannot be said for the majority of other sites. This leaves a large chunk of video content on the internet without the option of video highlights. These limitations do not only affect viewers but also creators. For creators, the absence of video highlights on their content could mean fewer viewers, less engagement, and ultimately less exposure. It's a domino effect that starts with these limitations and ends up impacting the overall growth and reach of their content. But it's not all doom and gloom. The world of technology is ever evolving, and we can expect that these limitations are merely temporary. As we dive deeper, let's ponder on the potential changes we could see in the future. The prospect of universal video highlights, free from the constraints of transcripts and platform restrictions, is a tantalizing one. But until then, we must navigate the current landscape with its inherent limitations. YouTube, a platform we're all familiar with, has its own unique approach to video highlights. When it comes to creating video highlights on YouTube, there's a bit of a process involved. It's not as simple as picking your favorite moments and stitching them together. No. YouTube requires a bit more from its creators. First and foremost, YouTube requires transcripts for video highlights. Now, you might be thinking, transcripts? That sounds like a lot of work. And you're not wrong. Transcripts involve transcribing every word spoken in the video. It's a time-consuming task, especially for longer videos. But why does YouTube require this? Well, transcripts provide context. They allow YouTube's algorithms to understand what your video is about and how different segments relate to each other. This is crucial for creating meaningful and relevant video highlights. However, this requirement can be a barrier for some creators. Not everyone has the time or resources to transcribe their videos. Plus, some content like music or visual art doesn't really lend itself to transcription. In these cases, creating video highlights becomes a challenge. Now, don't get me wrong, YouTube is a fantastic platform with a massive audience. It's a great place to share your content and connect with viewers. But this approach to video highlights can be limiting for creators. And it's not just about the extra work. It's about accessibility and inclusivity. By requiring transcripts, YouTube might inadvertently exclude creators who lack the resources or whose content doesn't fit the mold. So, while YouTube's approach to video highlights is unique, it's not without its drawbacks. It's a system that works well for some, but leaves others struggling to keep up. Despite its popularity, YouTube's approach to video highlights leaves room for improvement. On the other side of the spectrum, we have Vimeo, another player in the video streaming field. Now Vimeo approaches the creation of video highlights in a slightly different manner compared to YouTube. Vimeo's philosophy is about quality over quantity. It's a platform for artists, creators, and enthusiasts who care about a high-quality viewing experience. This ethos is reflected in their approach to video highlights. When it comes to creating video highlights on Vimeo, it's a more deliberate process. The creator has the freedom to select the exact moments they want to highlight. This is a fantastic feature for filmmakers or video creators who want to showcase specific scenes, shots, or dialogues from their work. However, much like everything else in life, this method comes with its own set of limitations, the primary one being the time and effort required by the video creators. Unlike YouTube, where the algorithm automatically generates highlights based on viewer engagement, Vimeo relies on the discretion and effort of the individual creator. This means that if the creator does not take the time to manually select these highlights, then they simply won't exist. Another limitation is the lack of automatic transcription services. While YouTube automatically generates transcriptions for videos, Vimeo does not. This means that the creation of video highlights on Vimeo is not as accessible or straightforward as it might be on YouTube. Despite these limitations, Vimeo's approach to video highlights does have its own unique advantages. It gives the creator a higher degree of control and allows for a more curated viewing experience. This may not matter much for casual viewers, but for those who appreciate the finer details, it's a significant distinction. So while both YouTube and Vimeo offer the ability to create video highlights, the process, the limitations, and the final product can be quite different. It's all about what fits the needs and preferences of the video creator and the intended audience. Like YouTube, Vimeo also has its challenges when it comes to video highlights. Now, imagine a world where these limitations do not exist. A future where video highlights are more accessible and convenient. Indeed, the world of video highlights is evolving, and the future seems to be brimming with promise. While currently, highlights are limited to platforms like YouTube and Vimeo, and are only available for videos with transcripts, the horizon of possibilities is expanding. Consider for a moment a reality where more and more websites begin to support video highlights. Imagine being able to pull up highlights from your favorite podcast on Spotify, or from a captivating TED Talk on their official website, or even from an educational course on platforms like Coursera or Khan Academy. The potential to integrate this feature across various platforms could revolutionize the way we consume digital content. But the future of video highlights isn't just about expansion to more platforms. It's also about making the process more streamlined, more user-friendly. Currently, creating video highlights requires transcripts. This necessity can sometimes be a hurdle, especially for independent content creators who may not have the resources or time to transcribe their videos. Yet, what if the need for transcripts was eliminated? With the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning, it's not far-fetched to envision a future where software can automatically generate highlights based on the video's content. The technology would analyze the video, identify key points, and create highlights without the need for a written transcript. This development could be a game changer. It would make the process of creating video highlights more streamlined and accessible, opening up the feature to a broader range of content creators. It could also enhance the viewer's experience. For instance, if you're watching a lengthy video and only have time for the key points, you could simply switch to the highlight mode. Moreover, with the potential for more supported websites and no requirement for transcripts, video highlights could become an integral part of our digital experience. They could be used to summarize news articles, to highlight key moments in sports matches, or to create bite-sized previews of longer videos. The possibilities are truly endless. However, as with any technological advancement, it's essential to consider potential challenges. Ensuring the accuracy of automatic highlight generation could be a hurdle. It's also crucial to consider the balance between convenience and content depth. Nevertheless, with careful consideration and innovative solutions, these challenges can be overcome. So, as we stand on the cusp of this exciting new era, let's embrace the potential changes with open minds. The evolution of video highlights holds immense promise and could reshape the way we interact with digital content. The future of video highlights is surely exciting and filled with endless possibilities. So, what have we learned today about the current state and the potential future of video highlights? We've taken a deep dive into the world of video platforms, specifically YouTube and Vimeo, and the role they play in providing video highlights. Remember how we started by exploring the current limitations of video highlights? We found that, as of now, video highlights are available only for videos with transcripts. This feature is restricted to a few platforms, namely YouTube and Vimeo, leaving a vast number of other platforms in the dark. Then, we shifted our focus to the YouTube experience. YouTube, being a pioneer in the video sharing industry, offers video highlights, but only for videos that have transcripts. This is a great feature for those who want to catch the key points of a video without having to watch the whole thing. However, it does leave out a lot of content that doesn't have a transcript. We didn't stop there, did we? We moved over to Vimeo, another popular platform. Like YouTube, Vimeo also provides video highlights for videos with transcripts. However, the limitation remains the same. It's only for videos with transcripts. We also took a leap into the future, didn't we? We peered into the potential developments in the realm of video highlights. We considered a future where more platforms will be supported, where video highlights won't be limited to those videos with transcripts. We envisioned a more inclusive and user-friendly video watching experience. So, in essence, while video highlights are a valuable tool for viewers, they're currently limited in their scope. They're only available for videos with transcripts and only on YouTube and Vimeo. However, the future holds promise. More platforms are expected to support this feature, and we hope to see a move away from the transcript requirement. As we look forward to a more inclusive and user-friendly future, we can only hope that these limitations will soon be a thing of the past. As we wrap up, let's reflect on how these changes could revolutionize the way we create and consume video content. The advent of video highlights with transcripts on platforms like YouTube and Vimeo is more than just a feature upgrade. It's a game changer. For video creators, this innovation offers a whole new level of interaction with their audience. It's like offering a guided tour of their content, showcasing the key points and highlights. But it's not just about presenting the best bits. It's also about accessibility. With transcripts available, creators can reach a wider audience, including those who rely on written content. For consumers, the benefits are equally exciting. Imagine being able to jump straight to the parts of a video that interest you the most, saving time and enhancing your viewing experience. Or perhaps you're a student using educational videos for study. With transcripts and highlights, you can review key points without needing to watch the entire video. It's about making video content more digestible, more accessible, and ultimately more enjoyable. But we're just scratching the surface here. The potential impacts of this feature go far beyond individual creators and consumers. Think about the broader implications for the video content landscape. This could lead to a shift in how videos are produced and structured, with creators focusing more on creating impactful, highlight-worthy moments. It could also influence the types of content that become popular, as audiences gravitate towards videos that make good use of this feature. The future of video content is bright, and these changes are just the beginning. We're on the cusp of a new era in video content creation and consumption, and it's an exciting time to be part of it. But as with any innovation, it's the adoption and usage that will determine its success. Only time will tell how these changes will shape our video viewing experience. Until then, keep creating, keep exploring, and stay tuned for more.